All buildings around us are designed by an architect. Today we met one by the name of David Weaver. He's done over 200 projects for LMU's campus alone. We went to visit him at his house.
Oh, great. Coleman, pleased to meet you.
David's office and house was just about what you'd expect from an architect. Everything meticulously placed, designed, everything had a story.
So we're in the courtyard of my house. My office is through that door. And here we have, for example, that's a column that I saved from a Hollywood bungalow. It was being torn down. The column was probably built 100 years ago.
And one of these has initials carved by probably children on their front porch, right? So if you'd like, we could go into my office.
David's office is actually in a garage, and as we were talking and he was showing us around his office, he kind of explained to us that he bought the house as it was being developed. So I have to ask, when you're buying a house as an architect and it's being developed, so that means it's being built as you buy it?
Right.
Do they go, oh no? do they go, oh, we're buying from an architect, this guy's gonna want to see everything?
Coleman, You're exactly right. I had a close relationship with the superintendent.
Oh yeah?
And it was, it was not, I tried to be fair and kind, but I was not the usual customer. I've been doing corporate work for many years, which means, let's say I did work for the LA Times for many years. And then one of their executives moved to LMU. And so that person suggested that I come and start doing some work at LMU. So that's how I came to LMU, and that was, say, 2006, I think.
Like I said before, David's done over 200 projects for LMU. So we kind of narrowed down two to talk about that were more recent. First, the sand volleyball courts that were built, and of course, the pinnacle of campus, Sacred Heart Chapel.
But then the challenge was, I think we have 4 courts there, which is what the athletics department wanted, and they were just not fitting. And I decided the only way to do it was to move the road. And so then that was something that was, discussed with the administration.
And it turns out they did move Loyola Boulevard just a little bit to make way for the volleyball courts. Here's a before and after.
And yes, there is some change to Loyola Boulevard, but I think in balance, it's a sign of how any organization and university certainly needs to consider the past, but also needs to move forward when there are opportunities and when there can be a great benefit. Well, the chapel is, say, the epitome of the historic building, certainly on campus.
About 10 years ago, the facade of Sacred Heart Chapel needed to be restored, and David was the architect they called up to draw up the plans for that.
That was a fun job, especially though I think that those 2 pictures capture just the raw concrete, which had its beauty. And I think I spoke up about not repainting it and just leaving it concrete. But then with the smooth treatment that we were able to achieve on it and the white paint, it took it to another level from what it was previously. So that was an interesting job that really brought the chapel, I think, new life. I think in general at a college campus, there is an increased sense of liveliness that I want to connect with the students on, liveliness and color.
Now, next time you walk past a building, remember an architect like David designed it.